Welcome back, everybody. This is Movies and Beyond, and this is going to be my live-action Batman ranking. Apart from Adam West, I haven't seen that stuff, so it wouldn't be fair to rank it. But yeah, let's just jump into it. And coming in at number 6 is
$1 million.
$2 million.
You don't have it. $3 million.
I'll borrow it from you. $4 million.
$5 million.
That's a utility belt, not a money belt. $6 million.
$7 million. Never leave the cave without him.
George Clooney. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Batman and Robin. I'm not that big of a fan as George Clooney. As Batman, I don't think he did that well of a job in the role. In both aspects of it. He was okay as Bruce Wayne. He was okay as Batman. Who knows, maybe if the script was better and the film was better, maybe he could have played a different, better version of Batman, because George Clooney is an incredible actor. I just, what he was given, he didn't get to showcase what he could do with a role. Now, to be fair, this film is, shit on a lot. George Clooney's apologised all the time for it. Constantly. Always apologising for Batman and Robin. But, at the end of the day, that's why he's at the bottom of this list. He's probably the least memorable. There's not really a lot you can say about him. But anyway, coming in at number 5, Val Kilmer. Now, Val, I feel like, played a good Bruce Wayne. On the other hand, it was lacking in the Batman department. This was obviously the introduction of bat nipples. Now, this isn't Val Kilmer's fault. It does look a bit stupid on the suit, though. But what, I'll say the same again that I said about George Clooney. He was, same with Joel Schumacher, again on this one. He was working with what he had. Given a better script, given better, a better film to be in, then maybe he could have really stood out as Batman, because I thought he was a great Bruce Wayne. But when it comes to the Batman side, it wasn't there. Now, that might be a result of the film, or a result of, him acting as Batman and Bruce Wayne. Maybe he just wasn't cut out for the role. But this leads us to our next one. This is when it's going to start getting a bit exciting. And coming in at number 4, Michael Keaton. Now, after The Flash, I was really debating where Keaton would be on my list. Was he going to be above who I've got at number 3, or was he going to be number 4? He was really fighting for that number 3 spot after Flash came out. I love the original Batman films. I love Batman 89 and I love Batman Returns. He's great in them. The films are very of the time, but Keaton is great at them. He can do no wrong. He played a really good Bruce Wayne and a really good Batman. Whereas, just talking about Val Kilmer, where he played a good Bruce Wayne, really lacking in the Batman department. Clooney, who I don't think nailed any of it, but that's probably just poor direction. But yeah, Keaton, he had some great people to work against, obviously. Michelle Pfeiffer, Jack Nicholson, Danny DeVito in his films, who really elevated his performance. And then again, in The Flash, he's in it for a decent amount, and his scenes are really good when he's in it. When they go into the missile silo, and he dives in and he takes out all them guards, and the Flash is on the floor and he's like, Batman, what's the plan? And he's like, try not to get killed. And he, the shot comes for his hand and he moves, and then Supergirl appears from behind his hand. For all that stuff was great. Even when he takes on the large Kryptonian, that was really good, but then he gets slammed to the floor. But he went out, Would it have been better if he could have killed that Kryptonian? Yeah, it would have been. But the fact that he fought, a Kryptonian without all the armor on, like Ben Affleck's Batman did, just shows what a badass he is. And yes, do you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. Is a great line. So yeah, I love Keaton as Batman. It's these top 4 have been so hard to go through and pick, But anyway, that leads us to number 3, and I think number 3 might surprise a lot of you. Christian Bale. Now, I grew up with Christian Bale as my Batman. You can see in the bottom corner right there, I've got the DX19 Christian Bale hot toy for Batman. I love Christian Bale as Batman. Now, the only reason why I believe the other 2 are better is, let's talk about Christian Bale. The thing with Christian Bale is, his Batman is good. It's really good. And if you was to ask me who had the better films, as a trilogy, Bale's up there. Probably the best to most people. But it was a not very comic book version of Batman, which is great. It worked in the real world like it should have done. You buy this version of Batman being in your world. But, for me, I prefer a bit more of a comic booky Batman. But Bale worked great for a realistic Batman. Now, does he have any shortcomings? The voice is a bit dumb sometimes, but you get on board with it pretty quick. The training with the League of Assassins stuff, that's all good. I like that aspect of his story. Well, the League of Shadows in that. But yeah, like I said, I grew up with this Batman. He will always have a special place in my heart as Batman. He'll never not be Batman. The Dark Knight trilogy is amazing. But I just think the other 2 are better. But, I know I'm going to get killed for this in the comments, but I don't care. Because coming in at number 2 is Ben Affleck. Now, did Ben Affleck have the best films? No. Are they as bad as the Schumacher films? No, they're not as bad as the Schumacher films. BVS was a big letdown. The original Justice League was a big letdown. Obviously, he has a little appearance in Suicide Squad. A little appearance in Flash, which I like Flash. I like Flash a lot. I would even say I love Flash. But still, in all of these films, Ben Affleck's Batman is one of the standouts. And this is what I was saying when I want a bit more of a comic book Batman. He's great for it. He is literally just ripped straight out of a Frank Miller comic. The warehouse scene is great. I know a lot of people don't, but I actually like the fight between Batman and Superman. I thought it was well done, and that look in his face when Superman the kryptonite starts wearing off. I thought that was great. Now the Where's Martha stuff, not so great. But then towards the end of BVS, when Ben Affleck's Batman is trying his best to keep up with Wonder Woman and Superman, just barely getting out of the way at the last minute of laser beams, in Zack Snyder's Justice League. What a great performance from him in that, because you can tell the guilt he feels going throughout that entire film for Superman won't be dead if it weren't for me. He did get him in that position. He did create the kryptonite spear. So that's why he feels bound to create this team in honour of Superman. That's why he felt bound to resurrect him if there was a chance. Because, yeah, he let his fear get the best of him. But it's just sad that we never got to see an actual. I feel like if we got to see an actual Batman solo film with Ben Affleck, he would probably be number one because we would have seen more of him. But we did, after all these years, 2016 in our first Batman, we didn't see enough of him. But to say we didn't see enough to say he's number two, that's good. And by the way, I think he's got the best costume as well. Like, that costume right there is perfect. Perfect Batman costume. If you're going for a big Batman, that is. But anyway, brings us to our number one. Now, obviously, you all know who number one is now. So, our number one is Robert Pattinson. To me, Robert Pattinson as Batman is the perfect interpretation of Batman. When he's Bruce Wayne, he plays that role of, like, no, he's not that billionaire playboy yet. You got to think this is a year two Batman. He's second year into it. He's not into, the party life yet. He's just focused on being Batman. So when that, he's going out to the funeral, the memorial, as Bruce Wayne, and everyone's taking pictures of him, and he just tries to smile, but realizes that's not him, and he just stops smiling right away. This Batman is definitely the greatest detective out of all these Batmen. He really showcased that, and like a lot of the other ones don't have going for him, but maybe Bale does. The film, The Batman, is probably my favourite Batman film of all time. So that kind of maybe puts a bit of a bias to it and thinks, well, yeah, that's going to be my favourite Batman of all time then as well. But Robert Pattinson just killed this role. From when you first see him, yeah, he's not as big as the other guys. But when he first walks up to that group of folks, he's there. He's like, who the hell are you? He's like, I'm Vengeance. It's like, oh, wow. Yeah. Even the end fight, when he injects himself with that stuff, I don't know what it is, probably like adrenaline or something. And he's just wailing on that guy. You look at him, think, discover new things, like, in the next film we'll probably have smoke bombs because he puts a little explosive on the fire extinguisher and it creates all the smoke. But it was fun to watch a younger Batman discover being Batman. So yeah, and the Riddler in this as well, just really played off him well. When he's there solving the riddles, the Riddler's leaving when the guy's got the bomb round his neck, and he's like giving him the answers quick, like boom, boom, boom. Perfect Batman, and he's going to be hard to beat. I am really looking forward to see who they cast in The Brave and the Bold. And then when that film comes out, you never know, maybe we'll have to update this list. Or maybe I can just put a tag at the beginning saying they're the worst. But as of right now, Robert Pattinson is, in my opinion, the best Batman. My favourite Batman. He's going to be hard to beat. I'm so excited for the Batman 2, Part 2. Whatever that's going to be called. But, yeah, anyway, let us know what you think down below. Let us know who your favourite Batman is. Do you think I got this list completely wrong? Do you think, it should be completely reversed? Do you think Bale's the best? Do you think Ben Affleck's the best? Do you think Keaton's the best? All good candidates, obviously. But for me, it's Pattinson. He is going to be hard to beat. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, comment down below. We love seeing comments. Try to respond to them all. And I'll see you guys in the next video, I guess, which will probably be movie news. No, I'm going to do a Witcher Season 3 Part 1 review if I manage to get it all watched by Sunday night, that is. If not, I'll do it Monday. But, yeah, see you guys later.